Hey, I'm Kevin with Gypsy Medic. Welcome back. We're going to do an unveiling right now. I just bought a pair of Alpinestars riding boots. They are the Corozal Adventure boots, black, and they're a 12 medium. Now, why did I buy the Corozals? I was looking at a bunch of boots, and one of the brand names, I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, they were about $100. And then I watched a video on Rocky Mountain ATV, and they were comparing kind of three levels of boots. This entry-level $100 boot, these at about $300, and then a pair of Alpinestars that were about $500. And I decided to go with these. Now, adventure boots versus motorcycle boots, they look identical, at least to me they do, right? So, a couple of differences. A motocross boot has a slick sole. As you can see, these have lugs. So slick soles allow you to put your foot down and slide through corners. And they have a rigid sole, also like a steel shank. It doesn't have any flex. That protects your foot during that maneuver. This has a kind of a semi-rigid sole. It's got lugs because people who do adventure riding will get off their bikes and walk. You know, they'll go look at a sunset or a sunrise. They'll go look at a pond, whatever it is, as opposed to the motocross guys who are just, they're riding hard for 20 minutes and then they're off their bikes. So this boot, why did I go with an adventure boot as opposed to just like what I've ridden in before? Well, this boot has a couple of things going for it. It's got plastic buckles, which people go, oh, plastic, that's not good, they should be steel. These are tough, and they're easy, simple, one hand, two fingers. And they are replaceable. There's a little hex head here. You can replace these with their metal ones if you want. They're $500 boots. Come with metal latches. I didn't need $200 metal latches. And they're only a few bucks a piece. So you can replace these. So 2 latches and then Velcro. The other thing I liked about this over the $100 boot is that when you look in here, this is the top of a Gore-Tex stocking. So right up to basically here, these are waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. And to me, that was a big deal because when I'm riding, I don't want my feet wet. Your feet get wet, they get cold. Your feet get wet, you get old school term jungle rot, right? Funguses and stuff. I don't want that. I want nice, dry, warm feet all the time. The other benefit these have is in behind here, there is a hinge. So it has some more flex. So flex being front, and flex back, extend front. And it also gives you lateral stability for your ankle. So a lot of protection here for all the ligaments and tendons in your ankle. They're also armored boots. So they give you some protection if you go down on the bike, ends up on your lower shin. So what could be a nice simple just fall with a pair of work boots on ends up being a broken tibia and fibula, which are the 2 lower bones in your leg. But with an armored protective boot, it's a bruise. I like that idea. It's also got this protective insert on the side as a heat shield. So I like this boot. I like the looks of the boot. I like the sounds of the boot. The reviews that I saw both on Rocky Mountain and on some other YouTube videos were all very positive for this boot. Now, I have tried them on. Just when they came in the mail a few days ago, I tried them on just to make sure because they are a 12. And I wear everything from an 11D in a cowboy boot or roper boot up to a 12.5 wide, depending on who makes it. So I'm going for a ride with these. I'm going to the dentist. It's 45 degrees out. I got a half-hour ride each way. I got my electric gear on. I'm taking the new KLR 650, and I'm going to try these boots out. We're going to have about an hour's worth of riding and about an hour's worth of sitting and walking around in my dentist's office. So we're going to have a pretty good trial with these to see how they are. When I put them on that first time, all I can say is they fit really well and they felt super comfortable, but I haven't walked around in them yet. I like a loose shoe or loose sneaker when I can. I wanted these to be fairly snug though. You don't want your feet wiggling around in these. That just kind of increases your risk for misadventure in a musculoskeletal plain. I really don't want to be breaking and tearing things. So anyways, when I get back, I'll tack a little note onto this and I'll let you know how they felt. So I figure it's time to close out this video for my new Corozal boots. I've had them now for a couple of weeks. I've worn them on 3 different rides, one of which was to the dentist the first time. But they were a little uncomfortable breaking in. You know, I got in the dentist's office, my feet were pretty sore. But by the time I got home from that ride, which involved that nightmare out in the woods with dumping my bike 5 times, they've broken in pretty well. They're super comfortable. I just got back from a ride a little while ago where I went to get my hair cut. It was about a half-hour ride, 35 or 40 minutes out because I took a bunch of back roads, and then about 25 minutes back as I stuck to the main roads. And they're super comfortable. Walk around in them, not a big problem. I think I give you a little bit more of a close-up on them. Show you the buckles again. Something I just discovered. They're adjustable on the inside of the buckle. They're adjustable. You can slide that in or out for length. Super easy to clip in place. The Velcro at the top is nice. You can see the booty right here. This is where it's waterproof. Again, that day I was out in the woods, my feet were soaked on the outside. My boots were soaked, I should say, but the inside of them stayed nice. It's got a nice tread for walking. It's super comfortable. I'm very happy with them. I was very hesitant to drop $300 on a pair of riding boots that I've never really thought I needed before, but I know they protected me when I dumped the bike out in the woods several times. One time I know for certain, my foot went down in a hole next to a rock. The bike came down on my leg, and I know for a fact that this armor provided me some protection. Very happy with the way this hinge works and the way the ankle flexes. So I wouldn't hesitate to recommend these to anybody. You know, I don't have any ownership in this company. I don't have any kind of stock with them. It's just something that when I pick something up and I'm happy with it, I'm more than happy to pass that information on to people. So anyways, Alpinestars Corozals. And they were $300.